Of course she was going to say that, but
poor baby.
Yeah, she's really, really committed to that. It's really sad.
No, I'm not a poor baby. I'm more reptilian and cold-blooded, and Cohen will win the election.
We're going to take a short break. I want to talk to you more about President Biden and some other things.
Thank you.
It seems like every other day they're trying to charge Trump with something, trying to throw some type of criminal charges on him, trying to find any way they can to put this man behind bars before the election. And now it looks like they're still going to try to do so after the election. But in the long run, maybe not right now, okay? But in the long run, I think this is going to backfire in all of their faces. Because they're opening up a door that they're not going to be able to close easily. Okay? Once you open up the door to politicians going to jail for this and that and charging this politician with that and trying to weaponize the criminal system against your political opponents, once that door is opened, you can't close it. And once the American people realize, wait, powerful people can be held accountable. Once the American people wake up and realize, and some of them get over their TDS, once they realize, wait, politicians can go to jail too? Once they wake up and realize, wait, this is the new world that we're living in? These powerful people can actually be held accountable for doing this or that? You see, this is a can of worms that the Democratic Party didn't want to be opened. Because we know for a fact that certain politicians have been breaking the law in Washington, D.C. We know that for a 100% fact. And we just watch it. We watch as they line their pockets and get richer and richer every year, and we kind of do nothing. Because in a way, it feels like nothing can be done. It feels like they're above the law. But Donald Trump has showed us no one's above the law, right? I mean, you can think what you want about the charges filed against him and about how they're coming at him. I agree. But like I said, this is a new can of worms that have been opened. And now we got to look at people like Nancy Pelosi. What about all of this insider trading that's been going on for years? And we know for a fact that this isn't speculation. This isn't a random conspiracy that people cooked up in their homes. No. You can go do the research and you will see that there's definitely insider trading going on. Members of Congress are getting freaking filthy rich manipulating the stock market because they know about certain things that are going to happen before they happen and they move their money accordingly. We saw it happen a lot during the lockdowns, right? Remember that? You know how much money they made off of those lockdowns? Off of that virus? You know how much money they made? All the money that was moving around beforehand, if you just paid attention to where the money was moving beforehand, you would have guessed what was about to happen next. And a lot of people did. But now, like I said, the can of worms is open. You cannot shut the door behind you. So now we're moving into a new period in American history. A new period where I think that we're going to start seeing some of these people held accountable one way or the other. And Donald Trump was just speaking out about Nancy Pelosi because once again, for like the 100th time that I can think of, Nancy Pelosi is once again guilty of some insider trading. Let's go ahead and listen to what Trump has to say, and then I'll be right back with you.
But they went in there, and everyone knows they threatened the 25th Amendment. They threatened him with the 25th Amendment. They said, Joe, you're going to get out. And Nancy Pelosi led the charge. And Nancy Pelosi has a little problem because her husband sold their Visa stock. They had a lot of Visa stock one day before Visa. It was announced that Visa is being sued by the Department of Justice. Think of that. Nancy Pelosi sold vast amounts of Visa stock one day before the big lawsuit that we all read about a few days ago was brought against visa. You think it was luck? I don't think. She should be prosecuted. Nancy Pelosi should be prosecuted for that. And she should also be prosecuted for J6 because she turned down 10,000 or any number she wanted, soldiers or National Guard. And I hope you all read John Solomon and what John Solomon wrote 2 days ago, because if you read it, you'd see that Donald Trump did absolutely nothing wrong. It's a scam. It's a scam.
So the point that I'm trying to get at here, folks, is that this is nothing new. We've known that Nancy Pelosi was doing this for a long time, and for the most part, people were like, okay, whatever. She can get away with it, whatever. But now they're coming so hard after Donald Trump, and now people are like, wait. You know, we kind of gave you the courtesy of getting filthy rich off of manipulating the stock market and doing insider trading with all of this inside information. We kind of just let that blow over. But now we see what you're doing to Donald Trump. Now we realize there's a possibility we could try to take you down, and that's where we're at. And in many ways, it's not where you want to be, all right? In many ways, you may hate Donald Trump, you may hate Nancy Pelosi, right? But you don't want to see our country spiral down into the drain where we're becoming like other countries and political opponents are getting locked up left and right and all this stuff going on. But I do believe that's the future that we're looking at here in America. Because I've said it 1,000 times in this video, let me say it one more time. Once you open that door, you can't close it behind you. All right? So the door isn't going to be shut. Now the conversation is an open conversation. And now people are realizing, okay, we can actually hold these people accountable. Because if you're going to come after Trump, we can come after you. And where this goes, we could all guess, we could all assume where this may take our country in the future. But for right now, I don't think people realize the moment that we're living in currently, right? 100 years from now, they're going to be talking about the moments that we're living in right now. Because this is a big turn in America. A turn that could lead to the destruction of America. Or, if you want to be positive, maybe it will be a turn that will lead to the betterment of America because we will require more from our politicians and we will hold them more accountable for the things they're doing. But I don't necessarily view it in a positive light because there's not much positive that I can get out of what's been going on in this country lately. So I do think it's just that we're going to head to a new level of toxicity between everyone. And I think we all kind of feel it in the air. We all kind of expect that. So it is what it is. But for now, I want to know your thoughts about this, though, down in the comments below. While you're down there, hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe, ring that notification bell. And if you find yourself getting too worked up by all of this, remember, it's just political cinema.